15th of May, Rabbi Emor, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi.
No, that's not good. I don't know what happened.
Hello.
I had trouble coming in. Okay, let's go. Okay. We missed you yesterday, Lou.
I missed you too, Rabbi.
Okay, let's go. We got up to Pasuk Zayin. Okay? Lou, you want to read?
Yeah, Zion. Let's see. I see Vav. Where's Zion? Oh, you're on the next page. Zion. Isha Zona Bacha Lala Lo Yikachu
Lo Kachu, yeah.
Yikachu
Actually, it's emphasis is on the kuf. Lo Yikachu.
Lo Yikachu V'isha Gerusha Meisha Lo Yikachu Ki Kadosh Hu Lelo Kav.
Okay?
They shall not marry a woman who is a zona or a chalala, and they shall not marry a woman who has been divorced by her husband, for each one is holy to his God. Rashi says, Zona, sheniv Allah be'i las Yisrael. A woman who has had relations with a Jew, ha'asur la, who is forbidden to her. Kagon, for example, chayave kirei sos, those with whom relations carry a punishment of kares. O nachin,
Nasin.
o nasin, or a nasin, a Gibeonite. O mimamzer, or a mamzer.
So those if a Jewish woman was had relations with somebody for whom she is forbidden to have relations, then she now becomes disqualified from marrying a Kohen. So when we say Zoina, we don't necessarily mean in the sense of somebody who's, what's the term used in English, a prostitute. I mean, even though what she's doing is not correct, is what she's doing the way a prostitute thing, she just has relations with everybody. But if the people that she has relations with are all technically kosher Jews, then that does not disqualify her from marrying a Kohen. So in fact, I translated it as Isha, an immoral woman. Okay?
Immoral
Is one
woman.
relation with Israel who is forbidden to her, such as those men whom she's bidden to marry on Kedelov's decision, or a Nasin or a Mamzer. Yeah. Now, Nasin, over here is one of the Givonim. Yeah. Nasin is generally somebody who is being designated to do menial work. And this was what Yeshua, the Maisa, they said at different times, but certainly the time when the Givonim came, at the time of Yeshua, he made these, there was a group of Canaanites, was for Givonim, they were actually from Givon, who Lamaisa should have been wiped out. But they made up a story saying as if they came from far away. And Yeshua promised them he's not going to harm them. And therefore, as a result, because he made a promise to them, therefore, when he found out who they were, so he says he didn't want to break his word. So therefore, he said, sorry about this. Just 1 second. So he made, so they were that Yeshua didn't, after he discovered that there were Canaanites, he didn't wipe them out, even though the rule is that Canaanites were the Yeshua and Christ were given a commandment to wipe out every single soul of the Canaanites. But because he made a promise to them, it's a whole cheshbon why he didn't wipe them out then. But the Maisa, upon him, he accepted them to be menial workers. Kosh Baruch told him so. This is what when he asked the Urim Batumim, he told them that they should accept them as menial workers. So nosin means somebody who's actually been placed, has been designated as a worker, as a menial worker. That's the actual word nosin means. But it refers to somebody who's actually from a goy, somebody from the nations whom a Jewish woman is not allowed to marry, whether it applies to every goy, to any Jewish woman who's had relations with a goy, is a discussion. Lamaisa, the halacha, a Jewish woman who's had relations with a goy is not allowed to marry a kohen. And this can be problematic. Very often with women who balas tshuva or whatever, they may have had a, not such a smooth history, and so therefore they can't marry. Such a woman is not allowed to marry a kohen. Okay.
Okay, so let's see, where was I?
Halala.
Hashavua. No, Shenolda min ha-pesulim shebachuna,
Shebakuhuna.
shebakuhuna. A woman who was born from those unions unfit for the kahuna. Kigon, for example, Bas Almana Mikohen Gadol, the daughter of a widow from a Kohen Gadol. O Bas Gerusha V'chalutza Mikohen Hedyot, the daughter of a divorced woman or a chalutza from an ordinary Kohen.
Right. She's a daughter of either a divorcee who married a Kohen Hedjed or a chalutza who married a Kohen Hedjed. Chalutza is talking about somebody dies without children, yeah?
Mhm.
So she has to have yibum with the deceased man's brother. But she doesn't want to have yibum, so the brother does chalitza. So a woman who's had chalitza, she's not allowed to marry a Kohen.
Oh,
So if she happened to, yes, have married a Kohen, and this girl was born from them, from that union, that daughter is also not allowed to marry. She's called a chalola. She's not allowed to marry a Kohen.
Hmm.
Okay?
V'chein, similarly, she'nis chalala min hakahuna, one who has been defiled from the kahuna. Al yedei bias echad min hapasulim likahuna, through having relations which are forbidden to the kahuna.
I mean, if she had relations with somebody who was psulim lekahuna, for instance, she was an almana and she had relations with the Kohen Gadol, or she was a divorcee and she had relations with the Kohen, then she has now become defiled and she's not allowed to marry any other Kohen either. I mean, obviously not a Kohen. You have to know exactly what the situation is, but right, that's what Sifsei Chachamim adds in. I mean, she's anyway a divorcee, but we transgressed two prohibitions. One, that she's a grusha, and the other one, the fact she's now a chalola as well. Okay, let's continue. Bekitzer, a Kohen has to be very particular whom he marries. Okay. Pasuk Ches, Meir.
okay. It says, Kidashto ki et lechem elokecha hu makriv kadosh yihiyel lach ki kadosh ani Hashem mikadishechem. Okay, so you shall sanctify him, for he offers your lechem,
To the food of your God.
food of your God. Oh, okay. In this case, lechem is food. Okay, and he shall be holy to you, for holy am I, Hashem, who sanctifies you.
Very good.
Okay, so
There's two should we say, commandments mentioned here, which sound very similar. So Rashi is going to explain what the difference is. First thing is Vikidashta, you shall sanctify him.
okay, Vikidash to you shall sanctify him. Al karcho, against his will, she'im lo ratza legaresh, that if the Kohen didn't want to divorce or wish to divorce, okay, a woman that's forbidden to him, okay, halkeho, oh, he gets lashes,
right?
b'yas reho, and they chastise him ad sheyigaresh until he does divorce her.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. The only thing is over here, the Gemara says that a man who is coerced into giving a get, the get is invalid. Here's where the famous Rambam says, the Gemara says, what do we do? We force him till he says, yes, I do want to do it. Which sounds like semantics. You know, we sort of... so the Rambam says that Ba'etzem, a Jew, really wants to fulfill the word of Hashem. He wants to do the right thing. But sometimes the Yetzer Hara gets the better of him. So therefore, we give him lashes kind of to suppress his Yetzer Hara. And once his Yetzer Hara has been suppressed, then he himself really is doing it willingly. And that's what it means. Means we force him till he is actually really willing, because we've knocked the Yetzer Hara out of him, shall we say. Okay?
Okay.
Next Rashi. Kodesh Yeloch.
Okay. Kadosh Yehiyeh Lach, shall be holy to you. Nahog bo kedusha, treat him in holiness. Liftoach rishon b'chol davar. Okay, so that he takes priority to commence in all matters.
Right, meaning where there's a choice.
For
For instance, there's a meeting and everybody wants to say his opinion or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the Kohen gets the, should we say, chance to speak first.
Oh, okay.
Anything similar like that.
Okay.
And also he's offered to bench.
Maybe it's both stories. Maybe that's what happened.
Right. When we have when the family has a suitor, we have a choice of Kohanim to choose from.
Okay.
What time?
Okay. So finishing up, let's see. Oh, you said this already. Okay. Levarech Rishon. He
So
gets
let's
the
go on
first.
to also Tess.
Okay, Tess. Oh, Lou's back. So maybe he wants to.
Hi, sorry about that. I had to get the door.
Okay, we're at Tet now, Lou.
Tet. Okay, let's see. Tet. Uvas ish kohen ki seichel lis nos es aviha he michaleles ba eish tisaref. If the daughter of a man who is a Kohen will be defiled through having illicit relations, she defiles her father. She shall be burned by the fire.
Wow.
In fire.
Ki seichel liznus.
It's nice.
Liznus.
So it's not a shuruk, it's a cholam.
These notes.
Right.
Bishet
Tishalel,
Tischalel, when she will become defiled. Al Yidei Zanus, through having illicit relationships.
how so?
Shahaisa ba zikas baal, that she was subject to the bond of a husband. Vizantsa, and she had illicit relations. O min ha'erusin,
Right?
or
Whether it be from the Erusin, Oimenasuin, or from Nisuin.
O min ha'nisuin, or from the suin.
Because Oimena Erusin, Oimena Nisuin is not a separate thing. This is explanation of Shahoisabo Zikas Baal. She had a connection to a man. She was legally attached to her husband and acted immorally, either after Erusin or after Nisuin.
Virabosenu nechleku bidavar, and our rabbis are divided about the matter. V'hakol modim, but all agree, shelo diber hakasuv, that the verse does not speak bifnuya, of an unmarried woman.
Right.
Es aviha hi michalelis, chilala, she defiled uviz sa, and disgraced es kavodo, his honor. She'om rim alav, for they say about him, arur shezo yalad, cursed be the one who fathered this one. Arur shezo gidel, cursed be the one who raised this one.
So basically what the Pasuk is saying, because she, besides doing terrible Avera by being immoral with this man, right? But in addition, because she's the daughter of a Kohen, she's done an additional wrongdoing by disgracing her father. And therefore, the form of death that she receives is ba'esh tisoref. Right? Which, in other words, normally, if somebody who was immoral would get a type of death penalty, certain type of death penalty. But this daughter of a Kohen, because she's done the additional wrongdoing, she's done the additional avera, therefore she gets a worse kind of death, i.e. she gets death by burning. And by the way, death by burning doesn't mean what we might think what the Goyim used to do were called an otter dafe, right? That they would actually burn the person. Well, basically it means they poured down molten lead down the throat of the person who was to receive such a death penalty. So it was done. So they burnt the person from the inside, but the actual body remained intact. Okay? Okay, Mayor, let's continue.
Okay, that was Tet. Okay, so we go to Yud.
One time for one more pasuk, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Hakohen Agadol me'echav asher yutzach al rosho shemen hamishcha umilei et yado lilbosh et habigadim et rosho lo yifra ubigadav lo yifrom. Okay, so the Kohen, who is exalted above his brethren, on whose head the anointment oil had been poured, and who has been inaugurated to wear the vestments, he shall not leave his head unshorn and shall not rend his garments.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, very good. Rashi. Lo yifra, he shall not leave his head unshorn. Lo yigadel pera, he shall not grow long hair. Al avel, out of mourning.
Normally, the thing is that somebody who's in mourning is not allowed to take a haircut,
Right.
not allowed to shave his hair. There are different levels. Some say, some within the first 30 days for sure, and even subsequently, somebody who's an ovel for one of his parents, he's not during the whole 12 months, he's not allowed to shave his hair regularly, meaning as he would do otherwise, let's say once every month, once every 6 weeks. But he has to leave it a longer time till his hair is unkempt, which is basically about 3 months.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Gido.
This is what it says. Ve'ezehu gidel pera. What constitutes the growth of long hair? Yoter mishloshim yom. Not getting a haircut for more than 30 days.
Right. So a Kohen Gadol, in fact, the Gemara learns out from here that the Kohen Gadol would take a haircut once every 30 days.
Ah.
A king would take a haircut once every day. Every day he would have
Wow.
a haircut. How did they manage to do that? I don't know. It was a specifically certain length. Okay?
Very good.
I think we'll leave it here for today and for this week. Okay. Let's say to have a good Shabbos, everybody.
Okay. You too. Have a good Shabbos,
And
Rabbi.
tomorrow, Sunday, Bez Hashem regular. Very
Okay.
good.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good Shabbos.
You too.
Okay.
Call to.
Call to. Take care, Lou.
See you, Mayor.